Hello, good morning everybody. This is Nifty One Asia investor RAJAT BALA Subramaniam Chaudhary. In the morning, vocal rehearsal session for our next recording on the Purnendu Bengali poet. Poetry collection from 1951 to 1966 to 1986. Good morning BBC News, BBC Bangla London, all editors in BBC Bangla London and British Museum London and Louvre Museum Paris. We are discussing about the translation industry work of Bengali poetry written in 1951 and for 5 or 6 universities in Paris, France. Rajat Bala in meeting and discussion with few professors of Paris in French language and French literature in Paris, France. Rajat Bala communicated with 6 universities in France, Paris, on the going work on Bengali poetry of Purnendu Potri, getting into recording, and whether there is a possibility of translation of Bengali poetry written in 1951 to French language for the French community to understand the culture and rich heritage of Bengali poetry and created in 1951 can be translated in French language. And Rajat Bala communicated with 5 universities in Madrid in Spain to talk with the professors of Spanish literature to submit my work of love poetry written in 1890 to 1940. And today we are going to read and discuss the Purnendu Potri Bangla poetry, getting into recording, first 40 poetry getting into recording after next week. Today we are on poetry number 39. Poetry number 39, Purnendu Potri, 1951. Poetry title, Ami Kadbo Na, I will not cry. Poetry title, Ami Kadbo Na, I will not cry. নদীকে বেঁধেছি শক্ত হাতের মুঠোয়, নদীকে বেঁধেছি শক্ত হাতের মুঠোয়, নদীকে বেঁধেছি শক্ত হাতের মুঠোয়, যাতে বান এলে প্রাণ না মাটিতে লুটোয়। ঝড়কে ঢেকেছি হৃৎপিণ্ডের খাপে, যাতে না হৃদয়ে হাওয়ার কান্না কাঁপে। শুধু আশা, শুধু আশা, এক প্রবল আশার নাচনে, আর ভয় নেই, আর ভয় নেই, আর ভয় নেই, আর ভয় নেই, ব্যর্থ মরণে বাঁচনে। নদীকে বেঁধেছি শক্ত হাতের মুঠোয়। I have kept the river tidal waves of the river in my hand. Very tightly I have kept the river flow in my hand, in the fist of my hand. When the tidal waves will be coming, my heart will not be dead. When the tidal waves will be coming in the river, my heart will not be dead. When the storm will come, that will cover my heart, and the shape of the heart will change. When the wind will blow, then my heart will tremble. When my desire will be dancing with the force of my wish, then there will be no fear and failure for life and death. এই প্রতীক্ষা নির্মমের জ্বালা, সেও যেন আজ আমার গলার মালা, যেখানেই থাকো লুকিয়ে অথবা পালিয়ে, পারবে না দিতে ব্যথার হৃদয় জ্বালিয়ে। শুধু ভালোবাসা, শুধু ভালোবাসা, শুধু ভালোবাসা, শুধু ভালোবাসা, ভালোবাসার নাচনে, আজ ভয় নেই, আজ ভয় নেই, আজ ভয় নেই, ব্যর্থ মরণে বাঁচনে। কিন্তু কেন যে বেড়াও লুকিয়ে পালিয়ে, কেন দাও বুকে আগুনের শিখা জ্বালিয়ে? Why you will be escaping from the survival of life? Why you will be escaping from the survival of life? And why the fire flame will be burning in your heart. দিন যাপনের রৌদ্রে অনেক পুড়েছি, ঝর্ণার খোঁজে পাঁজরের মাটি খুঁড়েছি, সারা দেহে তারই রুক্ষতা আছে আঁকা, তাই কি আঁচলে দু চোখ দিয়েছ ঢাকা, তাই কি আঁচলে দু চোখ দিয়েছ ঢাকা। তবু যে আমার মন ভরে আছে প্লাবনে, তবু যে আমার মন ভরে আছে প্লাবনে, খর গ্রীষ্ম মাতি অশান্ত শ্রাবণে, স্বপ্নের এক সুবিশাল রাজপ্রাসাদে দিন ও রাত্রি আমার বিছানা পাতা, যে মনের অতলে তার ছবি আছে আঁকা, তবু কি আঁচলে রাখবে দু চোখ ঢাকা। নদীকে যখন বেঁধেছি শক্ত মুঠোতে, কেউ পারবে না আমাকে ধুলোয় লুটোতে, দিন যাপনের খর রৌদ্রের করাতে, পারবে না ছিঁড়ে কুটি কুটি করে ঝরাতে। আমি কাঁদবো না, আমি কাঁদবো না, আমি কাঁদবো না, আমি কাঁদবো না, আমি কাঁদবো না। I will not cry, I will not cry. When I will look at the sky and I will give the thrust of my emotion, আমি কাঁদবো না, আমি কাঁদবো না, আমি কাঁদবো না, আকাশকে হেনে ধিক্কার। আমি কাঁদবো না, আমি কাঁদবো না, আকাশকে এনে ধিক্কার। ফুল ফোটা দেখেই ক্রোধে করবো না চিৎকার। When I will see the flower is blooming, I will not cry. When I will see the flower is blooming, I will not cry, I will not cry, I will not cry. নক্ষত্রের ঝাঁপির ভিতরে স্নিগ্ধ, জ্যোৎস্নাকে অভিশাপে করব না বিদ্ধ। তোমার স্মৃতির স্বর্ণকণায় গড়িয়ে একটি আশাকে রাখবো হৃদয়ে জড়িয়ে, শুধু সেই আশা ভালোবাসার নাচনে, আজ ভয় নেই ব্যর্থ মরণে বাঁচনে। Today there is no fear of life and death. Today there is no fear of life and death, and there is a wish and desire of love affair which will be dancing in my survival of life, and my desire will be moving towards the survival of my heart, and my memory will be traveling with my own life. So this is a poetry where Ami Kadbuna, I will not cry, is a poetry by Purnendu where poet is observing the sea waves, the motion of the sea waves, and that sea waves connected with the flow of happiness of human life. If you are a happy person, you will be happy seeing the river waves. You will never try to stop the river waves. That is a flow of water in the river waves, and your own happiness will be connected with the river waves. And when there is a storm coming, that storm is not stopping your heart. And when you are sad, then you are not influenced by the impact of the storm. While you have pain in your heart, and you are thinking about the past memory and past emotion of your life to survive and to give an existential struggle to your own life. So it is a poet's observation of life, struggle, pain, sorrow, and tenacity to achieve the success, while he is looking at the flow of the river, and the beautiful river flowing in its own motion, and the struggle to cross one after another day. And when the seasons are changing one after another, and খর গ্রীষ্ম মাতি অশান্ত শ্রাবণে, when there is a huge heat and hot weather, we always call for rainfall. And in the dream of a huge kingly palace, I think about my bed is ready. And this is a touch of allegorical thinking. Poet is thinking about his own happiness, own struggle of life, and allegorical thinking, touching many different layers of emotion. That layers of emotion is connected with the village life, changing of season. নদীকে যখন বেঁধেছি শক্ত মুঠোতে, নদীকে যখন বেঁধেছি শক্ত মুঠোতে, কেউ পারবে না আমাকে ধুলোয় লুঠোতে. Poet has some kind of insecurity after watching the flow of the river waves. That means he is not happy. His life don't have the flow of happiness. And when he's seeing the flow of the river waves moving in one direction, he is comparing the motion of the river waves with his own happiness of life. That means he is trying to grab, he's trying to catch the sea waves. He's trying to catch the motion of the sea waves tightly in his fist, in his hand. That means he is not happy. He is not able to bring happiness in his own life. When I am not happy, I am not happy to see the river waves flowing in the direction towards sea waves. Then I have to catch the river waves tightly. Oh, river, you cannot flow. Oh, the river waves, you cannot flow down. I am not happy. I am not happy. Then I will stop you. I will stop the river waves and I will think about my own happiness. But you cannot kill me. You cannot give me death. I cannot fall on the dust. Then when I'm in the hot weather, in the hot sunlight, when I'm looking at the season, then I am tormented and I am completely dissected, where I will not cry looking at the sky. I don't hate the sky. I don't hate the sky, but I will not cry looking at the sky where the scorching heat of the noonday sun. But when I will look at the flowers, I will not cry. I will not shout. But I will look at the full moon. I will look at the beauty of the full moon, and it will penetrate my heart to think about my own survival and existence. Very beautiful language, very beautiful creation of Purnendu Putri, understanding and realization of his own life, own struggle, own sadness. When you have limitation in life, you cannot achieve happiness. When you have limitations in life, you cannot cross many barriers to achieve happiness, to make you happy. Then you have to stop the flow of the river waves. When you stand in front of a river, you see the flow of the river waves and the sound of the river water, then you feel jealous, you feel sad. No, I'm not happy. I'm not happy in my life. Then I have to stop this river. Oh, river, I have to stop your river waves. Very beautiful thinking, very personal ego of a poet who is not happy, who is trying to stop the river waves. Very nice. Today we'll be updating this poetry on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And I'm informing all the professors in Paris and Paris University about my poetry, recording and translation in French language. Thank you. Good day. Goodbye. Again, we'll talk in the next video. Have a nice day.